Hello, I'm Francis from Coding Anthem here. Today I'll be showing you how we can create a WordPress blog, how you can add a WordPress blog to your site. Here I'm logged in my freshly installed WordPress site. So we are going to be converting this blog HTML template, and we are going to convert it to WordPress. So let's start. So first off, let's start by setting up the link. First, we set up the link so that they are more user friendly. Then we start by creating a new theme. Let's call it Varsity. Then in the theme, I'll create another folder where we are going to add all our HTML file. Let's call this HTML so that we can reference it. So let me copy the files to the folder off screen. So here are my files. Let's copy them off screen to the folder, to our, so there you go. So in our folder we are going to create the default WordPress files. So let me first, which folder did we copy this? Okay, let's remove this. So next, let's start off by creating the default pages. The first for WordPress, then the first page is front page .php. Then the next page we will create our blog page, which is index.php. Then next we'll be creating functions where we are going to set up everything. Then let's have footer.php. Then you can go ahead and create the single post, which is single.php. Then we create a search for our search bar. This one will help us search posts on our blog. Then next we create the header.php. This one will have the header of our file, of our website. Then we have the footer.php. I think this one is already there. So we have the archive .php. Then we have the page, we have the phone note for. Then we will create the search form. So this one will have our search form. Then we will create the comments.php. So we are going to add our comments here. Then we will add the category .php. In case we search by category, we are going to have our results on this page. Then this is tag. In case we search by tag, we will have our results on that page. Then last but not least, the most important of all is style.css. We are going to set up our theme in this file simply by adding a comment section that will define our theme name. So we can call this varsity. Then our author can call this Francis. Then we have the version of our theme. We can call this 1.0. and we close up the comments. So basically this one will help us set our blog. You can add as many parameters as possible. If you look through the WordPress documentation, you can find the different, like the developer link. You can add lots of things in this file, but basically this one will help us to set up our theme. So first off, let's first check out the theme. We go to themes. Then our theme is here. We activate it. So our theme is the default. So if we can copy this URL and we paste it here, there we go. We have our site. So we will start by setting up the basic things on our site. We will start by setting up the basic things on our site. So we will start by adding, so we can call this the theme support. So we can call this varsity theme support. So we can start by adding the default, by adding the different theme support, like our favicon fav icon. Then we add the logo, so we must provide support for that. So this one is called the custom logo. Then we can add, so we can copy this and we allow post thumbnails. So then we can allow even title tags. So this is it. So because if we try to go here and we try to customize the current theme, and we go to the site identity, we don't have the area to set up the logo. So we need to make sure that we activate it this side, so we can add this action. Can add it after theme. Then we call this after setting up the theme, so we call this here. And after refreshing, hope we can get to know that adding site logo is supported. So that's it. So let's set up the fav icon and the site logo. So if we go here, so we go to templates, then we go to images, then here we have our site logo. So we skip cropping, then we need to set up our skip cropping, then we need to publish this. So as you can see here, we have our icon. Then what we can do next is we copy we'll start by the front page. We add our index.html code. So if we try to view this, there we have our content, but there is no styling because we can't load the styles directly from this page, so we have to use functions. We have to use function to load our styles to this site. So first off, what we're going to do is to add the header into the header file. Then we had even the footer, so we can identify our footer by going to where the footer starts from, then from where it ends. Then we copy this and we add it in the footer. Then we go here and from here we can say that we can call the footer by get, we can call it by get footer, we can call it by get dash footer. So then it's better to even take all this, so we can add it here. So we do the same to the header. So the header is comprised of our CSS, so we can even take even this and we add it here. So let's do the same for the header. So let's copy all of this. So this is the head. From here we have the header. Then this is the navigation section. So we need to take all of this. So here is our search. So we need to take all of this and add it to our header. So here we can say get header. So next off, we need to first load our, we need to first load our style sheet. So for this we need the function file. So we need to create a function that, so let's call it load style sheet, and in this file we are going to register so our style sheet. So it's better we copy the assets to our folder. So here we have our assets, so we can access them from there. So let's first register our style sheet. So wp, to register our style sheet, we need to type wp register style, then you give it a code name. So the file, let's check out the first style sheet we are going to load. So then the first style sheet we are going to load is font awesome. So then we need to specify to get the template URL. So the template URL is the path to the theme folder. So we need to get template directory. So this is directory. This is directory URL. Then we need to concat this folder. Then our location of font awesome. So you need to copy this path here. Then we remove this. So this is the path. This is the path to our. Then in the next parameter we add array, an empty array. So in this array you can specify if you want this style sheet to appear on top. So in the next parameter we add 1, then in the next parameter we add so this is our first style sheet, which is font awesome. So we have we have more 5 style sheets to load. So let's copy and paste this. So we can quickly copy this, and this we paste it here. This is Bootstrap. Then our next style sheet is Slick. We copy and paste it here. Then our next style sheet is, this is our style. This is a style sheet file. Then we add it here. Then our next style sheet is default theme. Let's add this. So this is our, so we can call this Bootstrap. So, and this you can call it Slick. And this you can call it jQuery Fancy. So next, this we can call it default theme. Then we can call this custom style sheet. You can call this custom. So we need to load this using the add dash action. Then we need to pass what we are loading is that we are loading the we need to enqueue WP enq scripts. Enq, this is scripts. So here we need to pass the function that has our scripts, which is load style sheet. So after doing this, so we have loaded our style sheet files. So let's check if this we have any change. So as you can see, we don't have any change. So what we can do for this to work is to go to the header, and let's first highlight this. So let's first comment out this. So we can even remove it. Then we can call here. We have to call WP head. So this one adds our style sheet in the header section. So let's check this out. So as you can see, so let's check. Let's first see if our scripts are loaded. So here we have our scripts. Our scripts are not loaded. Let's first check what's happening. Why are these scripts not loaded? So let me first. So after a while, I have realized that I had not added the enq style for each of our styles. So let's proceed. So I hope you don't forget to add them. So let's go ahead and enq the JavaScript files. So we can call this add.js. So what we are going to do here is that we have our JavaScript files in the folder. So what we are going to do is to let's first deregister any jQuery so that we can add our own jQuery, because we know WordPress comes with JavaScript jQuery, sorry. So let's first deregister any other instance, so we can register a new instance. So to do this, we need to wp register. So this time we need to say register script instead of register style. Then we need to pass here jQuery. Then our next parameter is we get the template directory. can get the template directory urli UI. Then we can concat our, so if we can copy this straight from here, we can make sure that we add the first forward slash. Then the next parameter is the array that specifies where the script should appear. You can specify if your script can appear on top. So the rest, let's make them 1. So let's register. So let's see if we have any errors. So if we can inspect this, sorry, let's first enqueue this, and then can say wp enqueue script. Then we can specify that it's a jQuery, this script, the name you passed in this function is what you're going to add here. Then you need to add action so that we check that our scripts are loading correctly. Then we can say here add action. Then first, this time we are going to say wp, then we say enqueue. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing this the correct way, but enqueue scripts. Then we can pass our function add js, so we can check if this is working. So after, if we reload, so I forgot to add this here. So as we did to the header, so here we will say that php wp, then footer, this one, then this is it. So we can check if our jQuery is loading. So it's the only script there. So can check that it is loading. So we can check for it. Okay, I think it's here. So let's first add another script. Let's first add another script, and let's add, because sometimes WordPress removes similar scripts that it has already. So let's first add bootstrap. So bootstrap.js. So the same name will go here, bootstrap. Then we copy this location right here. So if we can go back and we check again, if we so we can try to check if our bootstrap has been loaded correctly. So here we have the scripts. We have jQuery here, and we have bootstrap here. So let's go ahead and load other scripts. Let's see how many more we left with. So we have 6 more. So we need to copy this. So it's the same process. Let me fast forward the video. Okay, I'm done with this. So after a while, I've added all these. So let's first check if everything is working fine. So everything is working fine. So here we have our slider is working fine. So what we are interested in is not this home page. So what we are interested in is our blog page. So in the at the home page, we have here the first free posts that must appear on this front page. So they must also appear in our blog in our blog. So let's first create the navigation links. So for this we need 2 navigation links. Let's create the home and the blog page. So let's go ahead. Sorry, let's go here and create the pages we need. So we can delete this and this. So we can add the home page and we publish this. So then we add a new page. Sorry. So we add a new page and we call this blog, and we publish this. Then we need to go to settings and so we need to go to settings. So let me first if we try to access the home page, so let's say that if we try to let's go back. If we try to let's say view the home page, it's empty. It does not show our home page, so because it's not set to show our page, so let's go to reading. So we set our pages, our default pages. So the home page is this, and then the post page, our blog page, is this. So the default posts can be, we can set them to 8, or you can set them to whatever value you want for your site. So if you try to go back, to this page and we try to view it from here, so we get our home page. So let's first work on the navigation. So with the navigation, we will need 2 pages. So let's first work on that. So first off, I will start by creating the menu. So we'll go to our functions.php and create the function that adds support for menus. So we can call it varsity menus. So here we can create our menu locations. So we can call this, we can add our primary menu. So let's call the first menu primary menu. Then we can call this primary menu. So then we register these as nav menus. So we can say register. So we can call this register nav menus. So so here we pass the locations. So here you can add any locations. Let's say you have social links, you can create a menu for the social links. So we can say add action, and then we initialize our menus by adding varsity. Sorry, this is varsity menus. So that's it. So we have created, so we need to assign this location we need to add links to this menu location. So let's check if we have, so if we can go to appearance, then we go to customize theme. So we can go to menus and create a new menu. So we can call this the primary menu. So then we can choose the location of the menu we created. So in this case it was primary menu, so we can assign this to this location. Then we can add items. We add our home page and blog page, then we publish this. So next off, we are going to add this navigation menu to our theme. So to add this menu, we need to locate these the header. So our navigation is in the header, so we need to first locate very well where our where we want to put our navigation. So it's supposed to go here. So this is the navigation section. So if we can comment out this, so our navigation goes here. So what we need to do is to add this here. So to add the menu, you need to call wp, then nav menu. Then here we can pass the parameter, that's an array that specifies the location of our menu. So we say theme location. So for the theme location, we called it the primary menu. So you add this here. So this is the location we chose. Then we can choose our container. The container of our menu in this case, it's the ordered list, which is this. Then we need to add the menu ID, because here we have a menu ID. So the menu ID, we can call this, so let's call this menu, then ID. So we can call this the top menu. So this is it. Then next we need to add the classes on the menu. So these are called menu class. So let's add this. So that's it. Let's add here termination. Then we try to see if our menu is working. So if you try to refresh this, so here we have our home page, then and our blog page. Currently our blog page is empty. So if we try to go on our blog page, in our template, we have the navigation, so we need to include the navigation and the footer. So if you try to refresh this, let's remove this and we go to the blog. So it's empty. So we need to add, because this is our blog page, so we need to include the header to this page. Where is it? Then we need to also include, so what's happening? So we need to include even the footer, which is down here. So here is our footer. So if we try to refresh this, so there we go. So maybe what we need to do is to trying to change the title of, so at least that's what we can do, is to make this title change. So let's go to the header, then we make this title. So if we try to go to the front page, and so to change the title, we need to go to the header, then and we add so from here we can add WP title. So this is it. So we can add WP dash title. So this is it. Then let's try to see if this has changed. Yeah, this is our title has changed. So if we go back to the home page, there we have it. Then if we try to go to the blog page, so we are going to be working on this blog page. So let's first get the body of our blog page. So if I go here in the HTML, so this is the blog archive. So this is the page that is going to display our posts. So what we need to get is the section. It's the section that has all of this. So we get all of this, excluding the, so excluding the, so we get the paging, then the most popular pages. So if we can copy this and we paste it in between here. So we mostly focusing on the blog. So if we try to refresh this, here we have the content of our blog. So we need to get these posts. So what we can do is first create some posts. Let's go back and we create some logo posts. So if we can delete this, so we go to posts, then all posts, then we create some posts. So let's create these using these. Let's copy them from here. Don't know why that one is somehow. So I have managed to paste some data here. So we need to add the excerpt. So to add the excerpt, you need to go here, then post and paste the excerpt here. So let's publish this. Let me copy this and create. So this is it. So let me create more posts. Let me create more. So I have created two more posts. So Let's add the featured image. The featured image is what is going to appear here, so even here. So let's add this. So we are going to add our featured image. So let's look in this. So this is it. So let's add on each of these posts. uh, so okay, so to add this to our website, our archive page, this blog page. So what we need to do is to separate the archive content. So we need to create template parts here where we are going to add the archive. So we need to create the we need to first create the folder, which is template parts. So let's call this template parts. Then in this we create content archive. So in this we are going to add our blog post. So we need to copy our blog item, which starts from here, then it ends right here. So we need to copy this, add to this page. So from in the index page, so in this blogger page we can add our posts. So let's remove these up to where we have then this. So what we are going to do is to get our posts using the WordPress loop. So I don't know why this keeps getting this side. So first off, let's start by checking if we have posts. So if have posts, then we can. So here we have to use the WordPress loop. So from here we can say if have posts, then from this we can call this function to get the posts. So it's called the posts. From here we get the content of each post, so that we can use it in our template. So to call our blog template. Right here we say get template. Get template path. So in this we can specify the location of our template path, so which is this. So this acts as the model of our post. So we need to pass, so we have to remove this, and we add archive, so we don't need to add that. So this is a function, sorry for that. So if we can go back and refresh this, we have our 3 posts. So we need to add the correct data that is supposed to be in those posts. So we need to add this in the content, in the archive, on the content archive in this template part. First off, we'll start with the thumbnail. So the thumbnail is, so we can call this, we can add the thumbnail here. So to add the thumbnail, you say the post thumbnail URL. So let's check if this one is working. So if you try to check here, we have our thumbnail. So then what we are going to do is to add our title. So this one, to add the title, you need to call the title. This one will output our title here. Then to add the author, so hereby, so we need to add here, so we call this the author. And there we have. So to add the date, we need to call, so if we can say this, then we need to add that date. Then what we can do is to add the comments. So to add the comments, we need to add, it's called comments number, comments number. Then to add our excerpt, this is our excerpt. So if it's not there, they will pick from the post itself, so it's not compulsory, the excerpt. So let me get the right spelling, let me hope this is right. So we need to add the link of our post. So this is, to get this, we need to call the permalink. So there we go. So we need to add the same to our title, so that even if someone clicks the title, or even if they click the post, the thumbnail, they still get. So here we have our, so if we try to click this, we go to the, so this one takes us to the single.php, which is responsible for viewing our blog, for viewing our posts. So let's work on that. So if we get to single, so single, we will create this in a different template. So we call this content. So we can call this article.php. So this is right. So if we go to single.php, we can copy our code of single. Then we can copy, first off, we need to add the same things that we added on this. So we need to add the header. So this is our single.php. So let's add both of this. What's happening? So sorry. So this is single.php. So I don't know. So if we can pull this off, but let's get to this is the breadcrumb. So here we got our posts. So we go all the way to the, so if I try to copy this and we add this here. So this is the content of our blog. So that's it. So if we go here, so here we have our blog page. So what we need to do is to populate the right content that is supposed to go here. What we need to do is to first, so let's call this blog. So here we can add the title of our post. So we can call this the title. So, and right here we can add the home URL by adding get home URL. So if we try to, so that's it. Let's see if this is turning out. So if we try to view a post, So there we have our title, and I hope so. This is it. So next we need to add our featured image here. So to add our featured image let's first copy all these from here, and this is the blog content. So we copy all of this and we take it this site to the article. So to use this, so we need to use the same thing that we used on our blog page. So we need to add this to the single.php. So we add this here. So if we can use here, so this will be our article. So make sure it's a correct spelling that we have there. So if we can go to article, we can change the thumbnail of our. So what we are going to do is to first change this. So we can say PHP. We can change the featured image or the post thumbnail. So we can call this the post thumbnail. And then this is URL. So this is it. So let's see if this is working. So there we have our thumbnail. So we need to change also this title because it's hard coded. So we need to add the same thing. We need to use the same thing as we used the other side. So we need to add here. So the author. So this is the author. So that's it. So here we need to add the year. So this one is the date. So this is it. So what we need to add here is the comments number. So we can call this the comments. To do this, we need to add this comments number. So there we go. So try to check this. So we have no comments. That's it. Yeah, so we need to also add this content. So to add this content, what we need to add is only call the function called the content. So we need to remove this description part, and then we add the content. So this one we add our post content, this description. So if we try to view this, so there we have our content. So if we can go to this first post, and so let's try to change one post. We see we can say like class activities of economic class. So activities of economic class. So we can update this. So if we try to refresh here, so here is our post. So if we try to view this, so we get this. Next, what we are going to work on are the tags. So the post might have tags. So let me first show you how you can add tags to your post. So we go here to the post, and let's say we add the tag to our post economics. Then we sorry, this is supposed to be economics. So they have added this. So let's add whatever. So we can add education. So we can add activities. So these are our tags. So let's say we also add on this one. So, and we add a similar tag. I will show you how they add. So let's say, so economic. So this one is already there, so you don't need to add it. So we need to add that. Let's say we add only one tag. So that's it. So what we are going to do here is to add our tags, our post tags. So it's a very simple way. If you want to add the tags, the only thing that you need to call is the function. So we just need to remove this. Then we need to call here one function, and we can call it the tags. So the first parameter is the opening tag. So our next parameter is the trailing tag. Then the last parameter is the closing tag. So these are the tags of our the tags that add our tag links. So I didn't know how we can pronounce this because it's tags. So so let's check out this. Let's first check this out. So there we go. There we have our tags. So we need to also update the tag cloud the same way. So the tag cloud is here. So to add the tag cloud, so we need to do the same thing. So this tag cloud, so where is our tag cloud here? So let's look for the tag cloud. I think it's down here. Okay. So we work on that. We work on this. So here we have our tag cloud. So to add our tag cloud, I'm going to just copy and paste the function, but everything is straightforward in this function. So you can check the documentation, the official WordPress documentation, if you want to know more about the tag cloud. So it pretty much populates the links of the different tags that are available, and it kind of highlights out the most popular tag. So the popular tag is the tag that you normally use in your posts. So sorry, where is my page? Where's my page? So we have been on single. So if we try to see this, so I'm not going to explain much of this, but you can check out the official documentation of this function, about this function. So what you must know, that this one specifies the order. So this one specifies the order in which it's to be, so the tag can be ordered alphabetically. So I have this commented so that you can know what each parameter here is doing. So let's I will have the code in the description, so don't worry, you will be getting the code. So if we go to our tag cloud, so here, so we used economics on 2 posts, so you can see it's bigger than the rest of the tags. So what we are supposed to do next, I'm going to show you how you can add the categories, these categories. So next we are going to work on the popular posts. So if we go right, where is our categories? So here we have our categories. So we don't have any categories yet. I don't remember like creating a category, so we can add category like educational. So let's say this is educational. So the slug can be, it's optional. So even the description. So let's say we have educational. So then we have the news. So sorry. Then we have the events. So that's it. So if we go and we add categories to each of our posts, so we can add, by default they were in uncategorized. So if we add this to educational, then we add this let's wait, we add this to events, then we add this to, we can add this to news. let's first uncheck this. So because here we will only list the only used categories, so that's why we have first set those up. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to loop the categories between these lists. So we are going to get the categories. So to get the categories, what you need to do is you need to call the function called get categories, and you specify the order in which. So this is the function. So if I'm to paste this here, so we get the category, then you pass the parameters the way you want to get these categories. So the order, we need them to be ordered by name, so we need to be so that they are in ascending order. So if we try to print this out, like if we print array, then we print categories, so we kind of get sorry, what's the problem? So so we kind of get the categories. So what we are going to do is they are printed as HTML, so we need to get their titles and names, so they are printed as HTML. So for what we are going to do is we are going to get each categories so that we customize. So we can get categories for categories, so we get the single category. So in that category we can get the category number, so we can get the number of we can get the number of posts, as in our, if we check our blog, so we can first get the number of posts in that category, so we can get them here. So if we try to add this, then we get the category count, so to get the number of posts on that category. So next off, we need to get a single category element, then we output this here. This one will give us, so we are going to get the, so for this, if we get the single element of this category, so we can get the category link. So we can say get category link. So, and we can get this by getting the term ID. So for the term ID, we can get it from the category. So this is the term ID. So we can also get the name of that category. So let's first add this by having category, so then call its name, then there we go. So we can choose to have the count if we want. We can add the number of posts in that category. So what we can do, we can add this, and we add and we can add this. So this is the count. So and this. So if we close off this, so this must be inside here. So that's it. There we have our category. Sorry, we have an error on line 36. So what this is saying that we didn't, sorry, I forgot to add the last quotation. So there we go. So here we have our categories. So if we try to click here, this one should take us to that category. So here we don't have the category in this section. So we can add, we don't have, this is the category. It takes us to the category page where we don't have any posts. So most of the time the category page is similar to this. It is pretty much similar to the blog page. So if we can only change the title and we call this category page, then we can call this category. So we get the post that is under this category. So that's it. So if we also go here, so we get the post that is under that. So educational is this. So it can also be the same page for the tag. So by any chance we go back to the tags, then we click on economics. So we get all the posts under economics. There are 2 posts. So this is the tag page. So it's the same page as the archive page. You can only change this. You can change this to tag the title. So and this. So okay, so let's first work on the most recent posts. So if we go to our single.php and we add the most recent posts, so we can create a different template for this. So you can call this content dash recent.php. So what we can do is to copy this, let's see from here up to here. So we can get this, slide, is it slide? It's slide, it's this. So we need to get this. So what we need to get, the most recent posts. So our most recent posts, we need to copy this and add this here. So the same idea. So what we need to add here is can add the post thumbnail, and we can also add a title. So I also added some few stuff here. I've included more stuff. It's like the number of comments. So this also goes here. So we can, let me paste that one in. So we can add here the permalink. So this is it. So what we are going to do here on single is that we are going to get the last, we are going to get, so we can call this the recent posts. So so what we are going to do is remove all of this, this one here, then remove this, then we add, let's try to add this. It's pretty much the same code, but this time we are going to get only three posts, the most recent ones. So to do this, we need to call the WordPress. We need to initialize a new WordPress query. So here we can get, this is global. So we can specify the amounts of posts that we need posts. So we have to specify posts per page. So we can say we need 3. So what we need to do is to try to add, so let me add, so let's remove this. So let me copy this and add it in. So what I have done is to reset the post data so that this loop, all the data in the array is reset for these posts. So we call this content recent. So it's pretty much the same. So here we check all the posts. So we loop all the posts, then we get the post, a single post if we have any posts there. So if we try to check this, so there we go. We have the most recent posts, and there are 3. So what's the problem? So we have let's see what's wrong with this. So I don't know why this is going in this. So we have this one closes from here. So let me first check what's going on. So okay, sorry, we had missed as quotes. So we had this fixed. So let's work on comments. So let's first work on the comment form. Sorry, let's first add the comments. So for the comments, we will go to these are supposed to go, they're supposed to go in a single. Yeah, we need to add them here. Okay, so we need to add them here. So we have our comments template. So we need to get this. So let's go to single, and we get our comments template. So this is our comments template. So let's check where it starts from. I think it's here. It's somewhere here. So we are not going to do related posts. So you can try this out yourselves. You get the category, the posts that fall into the same category as the post the user has viewed. You can get this by first getting the post ID, getting the posts using the post ID, then you get those posts, then you populate them here. We are not going to be doing this in this tutorial. All I can do, we can try this in another tutorial. So first off, we are going to get this comments template. So I guess let's first highlight out this. So we are only interested in the comments template. So this one starts from here, then it ends right here. Let's check. So let's take also the comments paging, but we are not going to be handling them in this video. So yes, our comments forms. So let's take all of this. Let's cut this. So even the post paging, we are not going to handle this in this video. Maybe I'll make another video to do this. So let's add this into our comments section so we can quickly work on this. So what we need to do is to go to our single, go to our article template, then we add our comments template here. So we can call this, so this one gets all our comments template code, and it populates it here. So this is our comments template. So we can verify this by checking that all our data related to the comments is here. So this is it. So what we are going to do is to go to comments, then we need to first change and show the number of comments that are currently available. So what we are going to do is to first add these comments. So to get this, we need to add comments number. So you need to output this. So you need comments number. So this is it. So if we try to check this here, I don't know why this is not working. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me. So if we try to refresh this, there we have no comments yet. So let's create a form that adds comments on this in this section. So first off, we'll first create this comment list. Let's first start with the comment list, most probably this. So we need to remove this from here. Then we need to first remove this list from here. You can highlight it and reference from it later. So let's first remove this. We highlight out this first, then so to add this comment list, as you see here, this you just need to call a function called wp list comments. So I will just paste this here so you can check out its documentation. So let me first paste this here. And this one has a worker, which I'm also going to show you how we can come up with this comments worker. Know how I made this comments worker. I'm going to just explain. So let me also get the comments worker. So this is the comments worker, allows us to extend the worker comment class so that we can modify and add different styles to our comments. So we need to add this. Right here. So if I can add this here. So I will show you how I came up with this. Actually, you can check out its official documentation. So on WordPress Codacy. So right now we have no comments. So let's first work on the comments form so that we can know how our comments look like. Then later on I will explain this comments worker. So let's go to the comments. So all the code will be in the description, so don't worry about this. So let's first work on the comments form. So for the case of the comments form, I will also let's first remove this. Let's first remove the code from here. Let's first comment out this. So let's first comment out the code. So this code. So this is our form. So we are going to create. So there is also a function we are going to call, the WordPress function, that will add our comments. So it's called comments form. So for the function we need to pass some arguments. So let's paste this here. I'm going to explain everything. So let's first check. Sorry, here we have some problems. So I think here we have a problem with the tag. The ending tag, but let's first leave that aside. So this so here we have our comments form. So if we try to check so what our comments form that does, guess I'm not logged in. So if I use a different browser, like if I try to use, let me try to use a different browser so that I can show you this. I don't know why this is not. So let's wait for it. So here I have Edge. So if I try to paste our link, so in this browser I'm not logged in. So here you can see the different fields on our comments form. So I'm going to show you how we come up with these fields. So in this template, if we try to see this, so we have the same fields. So you need to replicate the same fields. So we call this function comments form. So we need to first check if the comments are allowed, are open. So then if the comments are allowed on this post, then we pass the arguments. These arguments will take the different fields in our form. So first of all, we will take the class of our comment form. So in this case, if you try to check, let's go to the blog single. Then we check out our, so even if we don't check here, so we go and check the comments form down here. So we see that our form class is comments form. Then we check for the reply button. So we add the open and the closing tag of our reply button. So our reply button is this. Where is this? Is this? Yeah, it's this. Then next off we check the, what are we going to check? We add the author. So we add the name, the field of the author. So the name of the comment author, which is this. So we can add, so this one can help us customize it. So here we add the name of the author. So we can even add some labels that specify that this is required. So we add the label name. Then we can add even a span tag which specify that this field is required. So we modify also so we leave these are the default name, the names that WordPress use. So you must make sure that these are always the same. So these don't need to change. So we only need to change these. You can change anything that is outside. Then you can add a class that styles your text field in your CSS code. So we do the same for the email field. Then we do the same for the website field. Then we do the same for the comment field. Then we can add even the class of the post button. So this button, so that we have this color, is that we make sure that the class of this button is the same. So we have the same styling. You can do this directly from CSS and you modify according to the classes that you have, that WordPress gives you. But if you have a random template, you can customize from, you can use the class that comes with that element. So it doesn't matter. So next off, let me first explain this comments list. So we have the default comments lists, which is, if I remove this, the comments worker. So the comments worker only allows us to extend the comments class, and we so if we can go, so if you try to post a comment, so let's try to post a comment. So this is how the default comments look. So the comments worker can change a little bit of things. So this one specifies the avatar size. This one specifies the list, which was ordered list. So for case we need to change this, we need to add the comments worker. So if we need to change a lot of things on this list, so if we add the comments worker, it kind of changes how this is displayed according to how you style your website. So if we go to the comments worker, so we pass the comments worker like this. So you initialize its class. So so you must know a little bit of object-oriented programming if you're working with WordPress. So you must make sure that you have at least some knowledge about object-oriented programming. So this is the list. This is how our worker. So in the this is our worker. So this is our class name. So our class extends the worker comment, which is the default WordPress comment class. So in this we get the start element of the comments of the comments list. Then we get the end elements. Then we get also the end elements, and then we have different levels. So this is the first level. So this is the first level, and this what ends that first level. Then we have the second level. So this one specifies the different depth at which we are. So this is the next level, which is the list. So here we define. So the first level, it's the child, it's the main child, which is this. So if we go to the where is comments template, let's first check the comments template. Yeah, so if we go here, so let's move this a little bit close to the function. Yeah, so this is our parent element in the list is ordered list with this class. So here we are. So we initialize this in the constructor. As you know, from object-oriented concepts, if you initialize the class, the constructor is run first before you even call any functions. So in the constructor, we first initialize the comments, the parent, which is the ordered list. So in this level, we have only one children, which is the ordered list. So we close off this parent. So in the next level is where we have our list. So if we go, this is our list item. So in our list item is where we are defining our comment element, the different elements. If we try to post another comment, so it's where we define the individual comment element, so element item in this list. So if we're trying to check here, so here this is what we have here. So here I've passed the class of the media body, which is our comments class, this. Then here we specify the body of our comment, the date, the time. So here we can add the different classes that we are using in our style sheet file. So we add the comment text, then we leave these the way as they're supposed to be. Some of the modulation messages, but you can change them according to your site preferences. So we can also add the comments reply link. We can also modify it. Then we add our arrow from font awesome. So this, and also, so even if you close off you must make sure that you close this second level. Then even if you don't close the last level, it can be closed automatically, or you can close it. So we initialize this to the list by adding the worker element, then we initialize our class. So that's it right now. So let me first, next what we are going to do is add the most recent posts. We add them, so I'm going to fix this later, then we will add it in the, so if we go back to the home page, so we need to add the most recent posts right here. So to do this, we need to do it the same way that we did it here. So we go to the way that we, so we can create another template. So we can go here, themes, then then we create content. So we create another template for the home page, then we call this recent, can call this recent home .php. So sorry, this is a wrong spelling, it's supposed to be home. Then the way we did this side right here is the way the recent posts is the way we're going to copy the same code and transfer it to the front page. So if we go to the front page, we try to look for the area. So alternatively, we can use the same thing. We use the other side, so it doesn't matter. But so we can use this. So we just need to change, we just need to get this element and we add it in our not content archive, but we can we add this template, then recent home page. So if we try to move this a little bit close, so that's it. So this is the single. So where's the front page? So here is our front page. So instead of calling recent, we are going to add recent home. So we can add this recent home, so it calls the other page that we have. So we can remove the rest of the posts here. Yeah, so that's it. Let's make sure that we don't disorganize this page. Then that's it. So if there are no posts, you can display a message that there's no posts. You can use here the else statement. If you want, then you output the message. So right now we are not going to do that. So if we go to the home page, we have a problem. Sorry, this is not supposed to go here. So sorry, this was supposed to be if this has posts, then you, so let's move on. So we're supposed to use this. So we're supposed to use this. I don't know why I'm getting to this, because I'm already time bad. So let's move on. So so I think we are getting this back. Yeah. So if we try to check, yes, we have 3 posts. So let's try to add. So where are they? Yeah, they are supposed to be 3 of them. So let's try to add the correct. So we are supposed to go to content, then you are supposed to go to recent home, then you're supposed to do the same thing we did the other side. So what you need to do is to make sure that you have the same things here. So we add the post, thumbnail, URL. So this is it. Then we can also add here. So this is the author. So this is the author. Then here we add the date. So this is the date. So here we had, so here we're supposed to add the comments number. So this we have already used this several times. So we can add the except right here. So if your post does not have an except, so they will use the default text in the post. So you must specify the length of that except in your settings, so that it doesn't add a whole bunch of huge text into this except. So the except, I think that's right. Then we add the links to our post. So we need to add the permalink. So here we go. Then we need to make sure that even our image, if by any chance someone clicks on the image, so sorry, this was supposed to be, so this was supposed to be the title, then this one was supposed to, I misfired this, I don't know. So this one is supposed to be the title, so sorry about that. Guys, I think that's it. So let's check if we have our post. So here we have our post. So if you can click on this, so this is our home page. So you add, here we have our post. If we click on this, so it takes us straight to our post. So here it's maybe to add a little bit of an extra thing, we can try to add the social media share. So I've seen some social media share links. So maybe I can show you how we can add this. If I'm to check my notes, let me first copy this from here. The different social media links. So what you need to do to have this, let's go to the single page where is the article. So this one is here. So we can add the social media links. I'll explain. So you can get these social media links online, the different shareable links of different social media platforms. Then you add the parameter of the URL. So this URL is your post URL. So if someone clicks any of this link, so it takes you to this social media account and they post this link to their account. So if we try to check this, okay, that's it. So all right guys, so this has been a long video, so thank you for watching my tutorial. So if you like any of this content, make sure that you subscribe. If you want me to do more videos about WordPress, you can leave the comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.